c'est bon, nous arrivons là pour nous Topik Konversasyon et pour qui nous garde rendez-vous avec nous. Merci. Bonjour, salam, Gramps Morgan live in the studio. Oui, je connais tout. Il y a un bon qui pour moi qui aujourd'hui. Après ça, nous l'excuse pour tout bon. Ben Dimoun, ben employé, ben businessman qui ont travaillé pour un retard aujourd'hui. Comprends la situation. Demain, il y a un show qui pour un, moi crois si moi beaucoup c'est pas apprécié. Et systématiquement aujourd'hui dans le studio, moi ça invité, moi 4 invités en effet. Aujourd'hui, nous pour switch de temps en temps là. Hein? Nous commençons avec des premiers, après nous pour aller avec des. Aujourd'hui, nos conversations pour en anglais, s'il vous plaît, à cause Paris nous connaît, ça artiste, il sorti overseas et il besoin communique en anglais avec nous. So, conversation aujourd'hui bon matin. Gramps Morgan, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. How are you?
Sorry about that. I had to switch from Creole to English because the introduction, I had to tell them why we're going to be speaking English and so forth and so forth.
Yes.
How's it been so far?
It's been great, man. We arrived safely. The hospitality is superb. Voila.
Voilà. You're learning Creole, I see.
A little bit.
And Tigin.
Comme ci, comme ça.
Comme ci, comme ça. So how's it been so far?
Really good energy. I'm really happy. It's been many years, 16 years since the last time the Morgan family has been on this this beautiful island, and I'm happy at this time because it's not a dry season.
Yeah.
So just to be able to enjoy just the atmosphere. And I came out of the airport yesterday. I was very happy. We just felt home.
And of course, you got your son on the set as well with us this morning. Two of your sons are with you this time around.
Yes.
And would you do us the honors of introducing him?
Yeah, well, first time being introduced to the people of Seychelles by Gramps Morgan. This is my son, Jamiri Morgan. He sings on the song Try Your Love. Okay. And he has many other projects going on that he can tell you about.
Jamiri, how's it been?
It's been good.
Long journey?
Yes,
long flight?
Long flights, but we're glad to be here on the island.
How's Seychelles treating you so far?
So nice. We've only been here, not even 24 hours yet.
Yeah.
We're
got a chance to go to the beach a little bit?
Yeah, I got a massage as soon as we landed.
Wow.
To reset and get back in the vibe. But yeah.
Okay,
it's good
so
to be here.
We're going to start a conversation this morning. We're a bit nosy on the show. How do you start your morning, Gramps? Tea, coffee, water?
Prayer.
Prayer.
First. That is first, yeah.
Okay.
Prayer first and then tea.
And then tea?
Yeah.
Sugar milk?
No milk.
No milk?
No milk, never.
Only sugar?
Only sugar.
So you're a sweet guy?
I try to be.
The ladies are going, So, je connais beaucoup de personnes aujourd'hui bon matin. Pas fun. Nous pas avoir aucun problème aujourd'hui bon matin. So, Jameer, tea, coffee, water, how do you start your morning? Of course, prayer, probably.
Of course, prayer.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. Prayer and getting in touch with the family, making sure they're all right before we head out the door. And then tea.
And then tea.
And then tea.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Sugar, no milk?
Sugar or honey.
And honey.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Must have the ginger for the rice.
Yes, a little bit of ginger is good. Fresh ginger, yes.
Yeah.
So, born and raised. Gramps?
Yeah.
Born and raised?
Born in Brooklyn, New York, and raised in Springfield, Massachusetts. And then after high school, I moved to Jamaica for 17 years and, just got into music.
Yeah.
Eventually. Was doing music before we left United States, but my father was in America, in New York City, and just got to a point where he wanted to be amongst nature again and grew up, and he wanted us to experience that. And then we said, okay, Daddy, we're coming with you. And we moved to Jamaica, and the culture and everything just went to a heights, and it was very humbling at the same time to really see the humble beginnings that our father came from. So it's
and the
very
transition,
important.
obviously, from the States to the islands.
Yeah. Well,
How was
for
that
us,
for you guys?
one of the things, guys tell you, like, you're from Seychelles.
Yeah.
If you go to France, you're still from Seychelles.
Yes.
But you carry your culture, you carry your food with you. And because of New York, there's a lot of people that are from the Caribbean that, you have your Jamaican sorrel, you have the ackee and saltfish, you have ackee in the can. So people really bring our culture with us wherever we travel. So it made it a little bit easier to still hold on to your roots wherever you travel.
Jamir, you've been to Jamaica, obviously.
Yes, I was born. I was born in Brooklyn.
Okay.
And raised between Brooklyn and Jamaica.
Yes.
And on tour with him. So I got to see the world as a youngin and get to understand different cultures.
a lot of people would say you've been blessed.
Yeah.
You're a child of the world, we can say, because you've been on tour with your dad. How has that been for a child? You're literally one of the crew traveling with your dad, but you just have that title of, I'm his son.
Yeah.
How's that been for you? Life in general?
I've been like a sponge, you know what I mean? Just soaking it up, you know, everything, just learning from the group, the family group, Morgan Heritage, just watching my Uncle Peter grow up, and he's the one that taught me how to perform by not just saying, yo, Jamie, hold a mic like this, but just as an example every night, and just watching him perform, watching my dad. I used to put on shades and be on the side stage acting like my dad playing the organ. I used to emulate him on tour, like Vans Warped Tour, and you know, so just growing up, having good examples around us, you know, just lead us to knowing what we want to do in life. You know what I mean? Especially when we have the passion for music.
Yeah.
Examples of the greats like my dad and my uncles, you know, is a great example in front of us.
So your genre of music, when you are exploring your passion, I would say, your purpose in music, where do you fit in?
So diverse, because we grew up listening to so much different music because of them as well. Like when we're on the bus, we're listening to rock music, we're listening to reggae, we're studying jazz, we're studying country music.
Yeah.
So, you know, when it's time to go into the studio, it's like, there's no direction. It's not like we're going to make a country song today or a reggae song. It's whatever you feel, however you express yourself, because that's the art of music.
And Gramps, being in a family of so many artists, I mean, surely some people will say there's friendly competitions amongst the brothers and sisters. But for you, where did you fit in? Morgan Heritage is a house name across the world.
That's a very good question, my sister. One of the things is that we always challenged each other, but it wasn't a challenge like, come on.
Yeah.
But we want to see the best. Like my brother Peter, which is the lead singer of Morgan Heritage, when it's my turn to do my part on the song, he's the one that's producing it.
Yeah.
And pushing me. So it never was like competition. We always played our role.
Yeah.
Like we understand the functionality of a team, right? If I'm playing football and you have the center and then you have the wing, we understand the ecosystem of how that operates.
Coexisting
Absolutely.
as a unit.
Absolutely.
And with your sons now, you've got two of them in Seychelles.
Yes.
And you are introducing them to Seychelles for the first time.
Yes.
16 years ago you came.
Yes.
And today you're back in Seychelles.
Yes.
Full circle.
Yes. How's this for you? Surely it's different.
Yeah, first I want to thank the promoters. I met Wilson Nancy in Mauritius, and he just had a vision and believed, of course, if there wasn't a demand, it wouldn't be there, but it takes a good promoter, a professional promoter, to believe in a vision. So without him, I wouldn't, and then I introduced him to the fact that, you know, okay, it's time to introduce the next generation, because soon I want to come sit down and relax and have some Creole food with you. Then we can be on the beach and I say, okay, Jamiri,
you guys go to work.
And Priya, go to work and tell me how it goes. But there's been so much that's been put into him. I mean, he's working on an album now with Damian Marley, and to see two generations working together, because they consider him the son of a legendary reggae band, and then Damian Marley, the son of Bob Marley, working on an album together. That's a great story.
Yeah.
And then you have my son Priel, who's doing R&B, and you know, so just to watch them grow. Last year he won a Grammy with Kabaka Pyramid, and he's featured on one of the main singles.
Yeah.
So just different things like that, to sit back and watch the growth after many years. I remember the first time we was in, I think it was Finland, and I brought him on tour to be the opening act, and you know, he was getting this experience, and the guy was playing the track small, too slow, and he had to, it was in the middle of, he was stuck, and this technical issue couldn't be fixed, and I said, welcome to the music business.
Yeah. Live music. welcome to the live music.
Yeah. So to watch him grow this industry, and now I see him now mentoring my next son, my younger son, Priel, and just to watch him grow, going to school for music now and learning engineering and mixing and playing more than one instrument, it's humbling. It's a very humbling experience.
Jameer, I mean, your dad dropped the bomb, the album, Damian Marley, I mean, Bob Marley.
Yeah.
Reggae is my religion. I'm reading it off your shirt, my
Big
brother.
up Rep J.A.
What does this mean for you?
Oh man,
It's a big accomplishment, isn't it?
it's big shoes to fill, but I've been preparing for it my whole life.
Yeah.
touring with Morgan Heritage.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I've been ready.
You were born ready.
Born ready. You know, reggae is my religion, so
Yeah.
we have a responsibility as the next generation to carry on the legacy as well. And it's not easy shoes to fill, but it's our responsibility.
Yeah. But how do you stay connected with Morgan Heritage, but pave your own journey, your own path, finding your own purpose in life, but still being a Morgan family?
Just be who I am. Don't change.
Real?
And let's be real.
How real are you?
True to myself every day. You know what I mean? You just have to be true to yourself and, you know what I mean, not really, you know, trying to like copy anyone or, you know what I mean? Just be yourself. And once you're yourself, you know, everything has flourished for you.
And if there's one message you would give to the Seychelles youth watching you this morning, and definitely there are artists watching you and, you know, follow your career path right now, what is that one word of encouragement you would give these young people watching you this morning?
Well, you can't really sum it up in one word.
Yeah.
It's really like he mentioned in the press conference today, is study the greats, you know, and is what helped me along with my career, is studying the performances of the greats, the James Brown, the Michael Jackson, the Morgan Heritage, the Bob Marleys. You know what I mean? When you study the greats, you can adapt the greatness and what it takes and understand what drive it took to be what they are and what it took to be at the top.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
And in terms of yourself, if you describe yourself, what kind of person are you?
Calm,
I mean,
happy.
obviously, in front of the television, you're one persona. On stage, you're another persona.
I'm calm, happy, and I'm always joking.
Always joking.
Always joking.
You're the joker of the family?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Jameer, we are gonna take up your time right now. We're gonna cut up, go to your other brother because time is of essence. I know you say you've mentioned a few great names that you follow in music, but who is that? Is there that one person that inspires you on a daily basis?
My dad.
Oh, we don't have any tissue, man. Come on.
No, trust me, as a father figure,
Yes.
as a producer, as a CEO,
Yeah.
Everything. You know what I mean? He's a great example in all those fields, and he's always making sure that we're, you know, on our best, on the best A game. Whether I'm not at the same show as him, he's watch a clip. Hey, watch that note there. Watch, hey. You know, so he's always watching us and making sure that we're guided right. So we give thanks. Yeah.
Most people, Graham, say do not mix business with family. But you are a living testament of business with family.
We good over here.
Oh!
Yeah, I attest that to my father, you know.
Yeah.
Because I've been hearing that as a child, you know,
Yes.
when they first dubbed the Morgan family the royal family of reggae music. And they say, how is it so easy for you to work together? And what my dad always grew up, and my dad grew us up making us understand the functionality of teamwork, you know? And it was never a thing that we looked at it. We just understand how a family and a church and a government function.
Yeah.
And he always said to us that we want to shine a light to the world, to let them see that families can stay together and do positive things. We want to show the world that it is possible.
Exemplary.
Yes. So I'm hoping that I'm shining that light and inspiring young fathers to say that, okay, not only that you're going to go and you have a boyfriend and girlfriend, make you understand it's a possibility that this woman can have a child, but understand the responsibility that comes with that. And if it does come, make sure you take it on with
And you're ready.
Yes, and you're ready.
Jameer, what's up for the future? Final question for you. Where do we see you in 10, 15 years from now?
Well, definitely touring.
Yeah.
You know, touring around the world.
Do you love touring?
Still, I love touring.
It's kind of tough.
You
for
tell me
some
I'm gonna
people.
get tired of it,
Some
but I
artists
love
hate
it.
it. Michael Jackson hated touring.
I love touring.
You love it.
I love performing in front of people. You know,
Okay.
that's where I get all of my
Energy.
expression. Yeah. So yeah, man.
Yeah, I feel you.
And
Okay.
Keep Blazing is out right now. It's on YouTube, produced by Riff Raff. Look out for the album produced by Damian Marley. We don't have a name yet. I have a name, but I can't tell everybody yet. But yeah.
We're far away from the States. You can drop it here.
But we have a remix.
Is it just one word?
No, not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
I tried.
We have a remix dropping with Sean Paul and Kabaka.
Ooh.
Coming in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
It's a song called Energy. and that will be coming out in a couple of weeks.
Well, we'll be seeing you in the Seychelles someday. I know the guys are going to kill me. The technicians are going to be right now. They're like, hurry up, hurry up.
Yeah.
One last question. Are we going to maybe see you on your own without Dad in Seychelles, perhaps bringing some of your friends, Damian Marley?
Of course, I'm going to tell Wilson
Sean
later
Paul.
to bring me back for the next festival.
Okay, all right. We got you. We feel you. Thank you for coming this morning. It was an absolute pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure,
We're going to meet up with your other brother in a couple of minutes, mesdames et messieurs. Nous donnons un son from Gramps Morgan Island. In the meantime, nous pour un petit pas commercial break, empty musical break. We'll be right with you.
I don't need no 9 to 5, 'cause I'm living on island time. I got nothing to do, but somehow I think I survive. All I need is a bottle of rum, and I'll drink it till the bottle's done, and sway in the shade all day, just chillin', hold the vibe. Hey. It feels good to be an islander, if only for one day. Kick off my shoes, put on my shades, watch my troubles sail away. It feels good to be an islander and taste the salty breeze. Soak up the sun till the day is done. Come away with me. The rest of the world can wait. Sometimes you just gotta take a break, 'cause there's nothing like killing time with all of your friends. So go buy you a bag of sand, put a candle in an old soup can, keep a smile on your face and a cold one in your hand. It feels good to be an islander, if only for one day. Kick off your shoes, put on your shades, watch your troubles sail away. It feels good to be an islander and taste the salty breeze. Soak up the sun till the day is done. Come away with me, yeah. Fill your cup and raise it up. The more you drink, the less it weighs. Pick it up and drink it down. That's your workout for today. It feels good to be an islander, if only for one day. Kick off your shoes, put on your shades, watch your troubles sail away. It feels good to be an islander and taste the salty breeze. Soak up the sun till the day is done. Come away with me. Soak up the sun till the day is done. Come away with me, yeah.
Et justement, nous continuons la conversation aujourd'hui bon matin. Merci pour vous qui m'envoyez au portrait, excusez. Merci pour vous qui m'envoyez aux questions des 88 89 89. Justement, nous continuons la conversation avec Gramps Morgan this morning and
Priel.
Priel.
Yes.
What is it with me and your name, Priel? It's giving me a headache this
No,
morning.
it's
So,
different names.
Priel, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Absolute pleasure meeting you this morning.
You as well.
Another one of his sons. So, where do you fit in all this picture? Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tea, wait, hold on a minute. I'm going to be nosy. Tea, he's laughing. Tea, coffee, or water? How do you start your morning and what time do you start your morning?
Usually around 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Prayer, meditation, tea,
Tea, sugar,
honey,
honey, no milk.
no milk.
You guys don't drink your tea with milk. Seychelles, we drink tea with milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, it's an island thing.
Yes,
but
isn't it?
Yeah, as you get older and realize certain dietary restrictions, especially as a vocalist, you shouldn't take a lot of dairy.
You shouldn't take a lot of dairy. Okay. Priel, you are, of course, different genre altogether.
Yes, sir.
What influences your music?
Love, I say.
Okay.
Mostly I would like to call it alternative R&B.
Yes.
It's been infused with a little bit of everything, but I wouldn't necessarily say like I have a genre. I just kind of pull inspiration from different genres, different people, different journeys and experiences and everything like that.
So, of course, growing up with a family in music, you traveled as well?
Not as much as Jamiri.
Okay.
But I'm only 21, so I'm still.
You're still the baby of the family. Are you the baby of the family?
I'm like middle child.
Okay. How does it feel to be a middle child?
It's not bad, you know.
Because you're not the first, you're not the last, and they say the middle child is always the one that is keeping to himself. Are you more reserved?
It is very much so.
Okay, okay. So your music is totally different, can we say that?
I would say so.
Modern?
I say more modern, more just
Following the trends, are you, or?
I just do what feels right. I don't really listen to outside noise. I kind of just draw experience from my family and what I'm going through, kind of the journey that I'm walking on in life, and that's what I talk about in my music. And the production and songwriting is just more so coming from an internal place.
I see you're more into Afrobeats as well. African sounds in your music as well, if I'm not mistaken?
I like a little bit of Afrobeat. I have a few Afrobeat records I'm working on right now.
Okay. And what are we expecting from you in the near future? In terms of music?
Just some singles. I might do another project later in the year, like probably a smaller EP, probably like 3 or 4 tracks. But mostly, I'm in school right now for audio engineering, like my father said. So really focused on that and trying to just make the most of that opportunity at school right now. And once I'm finished, doing a lot more traveling with my dad and a lot more shows. So.
Do we see you more into producing music rather than performing music?
I would say it's going to be a kind of a season, like a season of everything. It might be a season where I'm producing, a season where I'm songwriting, a season where I'm the artist performing. It's just kind of balancing and using the talents that I've been blessed with. So.
Surely you follow music. You're following the world of music. Who's that one person that you look up to? Apart from your dad.
Apart from
because I know you're going to go there. Apart from your dad, is there one person or a group that actually you're like, oh yeah, I feel you?
I still say my family in general, the way we just carry ourselves and the way we treat people and reflect through the music and honestly just connect with the people through the music, connect emotion and let people feel something when they hear the music. It's not just something you hear.
Yeah, and of course, growing up with the Morgan heritage family, I mean, big shoes to fill. Sorry, Dad, I'm not. It's all for him right now. So, where do you fit in? Big shoes to wear. Any pressure? No pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure.
None whatsoever. You're just out here doing your thing.
I'd say it's more of a conscious thing, you know, about the expectation you have to live up to. But we've been preparing for this our whole lives. I've been doing music since kindergarten, so I've been singing and slowly learning instruments and picking up different things and just kind of learning where I fit into it. Like, you know, there's not many people that in my family that can say that they engineer music and have gone to school for it, so I'm kind of taking on that role for my family and filling in my shoes. So.
All right. So, it's like I asked your brother, any messages for the youth watching you this morning? Perhaps experience you want to share, message you want to share to the young people in Seychelles?
I would just say patience. I'm still young, so I don't have everything figured out myself, but patience and discipline is the 2 biggest things I live by. Just knowing that the universe will put things into place and take things out of place when they're supposed to be in there in your life. And discipline, you hold yourself to a standard, you hold yourself accountable to make sure you're getting your things done, you're staying on top of your craft, making sure your mental health is good, staying in the gym and things like that.
I like you mentioned mental health, especially with the youth nowadays. A lot of pressures, a lot of bad influences. How do you keep yourself away from that?
Like I said, I don't really feed into myself into too much energy. Like, I'm very reserved, very careful with the music I listen to because as an artist, as a creative, as a producer, what you put in is going to what you put out into your music, putting the message you're putting out. So I'm very mindful of the energy that I consume and just hanging around the wrong people too. They say bad company corrupts good morals. So
Yes.
I'm very selective with who I share my time and energy with. So
You're a very spiritual person.
very much.
How does your spirituality influence your music?
I would just say, like, when it comes to me, like, my music kind of, I want people to feel my music more so than they hear it. So I'm very meticulous with the sounds I select, very meticulous with the keys and melodies, where to go, and lyrics, because words can be very powerful in a sense, and if they're misused. So I'm very careful with things like that, and my spirituality just kind of plays into the way I grew up. Like on Saturdays we'd hold Sabbath and just hold a meditation, just relax and vibe, and just being one with yourself, and just kind of those disciplines and those practices that we were taught when we were younger still carry on to this day, and like even reflect in the music as well. So
Gramps, watching your son, how does it feel as a dad? I mean,
Well, I tell you this.
it must be a proud moment for you, isn't it?
I'm happy for Wilson. You know why? Because this is the first time ever that I've done an interview on morning television with my two sons. This is the first time. So you guys have the bragging rights for eternity to say it happened here first.
Whoop, whoop.
But to see, we just sit there and hear Jamiri talk, and, it makes me reflect on my childhood and what my dad, Denver and Morgan, put into us, and the sacrifices that he made. And I sit here and I think of all the touring I did and the sacrifices I made to make sure they got a proper education. Because it's very important to make sure that your children get the best education possible. Because not everyone is blessed to say, all right, I get the chance to go to private school and get the best education, but there are good schools out there. So that's one thing with my sister.
It's a gift you give your children.
Yeah, man, it's a gift you give that's forever.
Yeah.
So to hear Jamiri here talking this morning, and this is my first interview with him, you know what I mean? So Seychelles, this is history, and to hear him speak and talk about how he's growing up now and what he's going through in school, and hear him
Finding
speak about his
himself
life.
in the world, isn't he?
Yeah,
Finding his
it's
place
like,
in the world.
I'm proud of it.
I like how we're having a conversation. It's just like you're not there, but you're there.
Yeah. It's a great. I will cherish this morning, this experience for the rest of my life.
And we're happy to be a part of this.
Man.
Thank you for allowing us to have this. One final thing I wanted to ask you, of course, where do you see yourself in the future? I mean, school is a priority, your family is a priority as well, your music, but as a man, as a young man, in your professional life, in your personal life, what are your dreams and aspirations? Who will you be? Who do you want to be?
I'm still answering that question for myself, but I know for sure I'm going to be working in music. Obviously, music is my biggest passion, my first love, if I'd say anything.
Ooh.
And it just, still trying to figure out where exactly I'm going to fit into everything, because like with me being in different places with the engineering, producing, songwriting, and so many different things, it's kind of like, I feel like I'm going to be a person that just does a little bit of everything, in terms of just collaborating with other people and knowing when to be the artist, when to be the producer, when to be the songwriter, like I said. So.
Absolute pleasure meeting you this morning. Thank you for coming. Woke you up a little bit early this morning, but I'm sure you'll have a massage later on and all be done. Thank you for sharing your moment with us. It was an absolute pleasure. All the best for the future, and we'll see you tomorrow live. But in the meantime, mesdames et messieurs, we're going to take another commercial break. Another musical break, sorry, not commercial break, musical break. We'll be right with you. Wilson pour le studio. Tout ça que on a pour demander concernant demain, ticket, venue, tout ça fait, qui nous peut expecter, nous pour faire sa conversation avec Wilson. He will be right back.
Wrapped up beneath a blanket of stars, you and me, and the beat of our hearts, both holding on tight. I can still see reflecting in your eyes a moon to remember. nothing has changed. What I felt back then, I still feel today. You're all I want, you're all I need. I never will forget the night you shared with me, a moon to remember, a night of surrender, a moment to treasure forever. Yours and mine, a flood of emotion cast over the ocean. A moon to remember, for the rest of our lives. Yeah. Moon to remember, a night of surrender, a moment to treasure for the rest of our lives.
Et voilà, nous continuons la conversation aujourd'hui, le topic conversation. 3 interviews dans N. Nous faisons ça aujourd'hui bon matin, comme si maman, nous connaissons les autres là. Merci pour ce rendez-vous. Nous continuons la conversation. Gramps Morgan in the studio. So, des garçons viennent nous faire sa conversation, mais là, Wilson, il besoin de donner un petit peu d'informations. Wilson, pas qu'à tout ça, c'est vrai. Comme s'il fait un travail pour lui amener ça dans là ici, Cécile. Wilson, bonjour, comment ça va?
Bonjour, ça va bien, ça va bien.
Welcome back.
Merci, merci.
Comme tu peux faire un habit, hein? On est content, nous. Wilson, dis tes café de l'eau, comment il y a encore été 2024, hein? Nous voulons analyser ma question encore.
Café limon.
Café... Wilson, café limon. Mais côté toi, tu sens.
C'est
Qu'est-ce que ça veut qualité mix?
C'est que
Café limon. Qui fait pas du weight?
Well, il y a beaucoup de cholestérol.
Ah, café limon, mesdames et messieurs. Ni un petit disque là, n'en a pas?
Non, non, juste café puis limon.
Un café noir?
Yep. Pince limonade, on me dit. Champion.
On tombe. Oui, pas nous qui dit, hein. Justement, ça, c'est que recipe, café limon, et pour Wilson, pas pour nous. Nous n'avons pas rien à voir avec, mais ça nous donne nous. Aujourd'hui, ça est fait. Combinaison intéressante sans rien. Wilson, sa relation, quand elle a commencé ça, il dit nous, utilisons Maurice.
Oui, mon créole.
Cause créole.
OK.
Gramps, you're going to have to bear with us. You're going to have to learn Creole.
Yes.
All right. Wilson's going to tell us how all this started.
Ouais, j'ai une demande pour Morgan Heritage, Maurice.
Oui.
L'année passée, l'année
OK.
passée, octobre. Et présent, vu qu'il m'a en contact avec les autres, présent, tu organises ça tourne là-bas. En même temps, tu pour assister avec les autres, causer et faire interaction.
Si, moi, il y a pourtant ça, hein?
Oui, oui, présent, même les non-noirs, pour dire, c'est aussi une demande.
OK.
Et mon Dieu, moi, pour me dire, qui a envie de retourner, à cause actuellement, le premier concert
Oui.
que tu fais, 15 ans passés, mon quoi, à peu près 15 ans passés, et mon chatin, et
OK.
mon atmosphère apporté, comme si tu un moment fantastique. pour
Mais
moi.
l'événement commence, moi, il m'a quoi?
Ah, ben oui, bien sûr, bien sûr.
Are you a
Il
reggae
m'a quoi?
fan, Wilson?
100%.
100%. Nous avons encore avec les autres, est-ce que nous pourrons Morgan Heritage retourner encore la Cécile? I'm a big fan.
Et tout dépend des autres. Yeah, sure.
Sure. Nous gardons, là, hein, we're going to take it away.
Sure.
C'est
Non,
votre écoute, là, hein?
Oui, mais vous connaissez, ça qui est depuis arrivé là.
Oui.
Il ne prend pas non, à cause de t'as temps pour cause autres. Après 2 ans,
Oui.
nous pouvons aller venir vivre des dates qui est appropriées, des temps qui est approprié,
Oui.
et des temps tout available pour nous regarder ça se promène autres. Et pendant ce temps arrive automatiquement, I mean comme ça. Il y a une discussion.
Il y a toute une conversation que vous avez.
Yes. And then, and then Gramps told me that, okay, we needed 3 months for us to push the show, and then we started in November last year.
Yeah.
So we had December, January, and then February we are here.
Are you satisfied so far?
Yes. I mean, apart from, there's normal hiccups that happens, like with traveling and all that.
Yeah.
But finally they are here, landed safely, and they are happy. They are still awake energy-wise, and
High on energy.
yep.
There, you get drunk on energy with lots of energy. Now, question. Ticket, Wilson?
Okay,
Côté enfant?
ticket, yeah, va avec nous-mêmes. Il y a un numéro, le poster, il y a quoi available là,
Oui.
après Côte d'Ara Plus.
OK.
Qui aussi est partner.
All right.
À cause qu'arriver pour bring un show comme ça,
C'est pas des manos, ça, question.
it takes a lot of energy and organization.
Okay.
So that is why we had to combine force. I mean,
Yeah.
our strength, me, Terence, avec Alex.
Chacun a son rôle pour jouer.
Exactement. We split the roles and then we sort of delegate chacun son bout. Et pour exemple, nous faisons ici qui, at the end of the day, we have a right product
Yeah.
to present to Seychelles.
Est-ce que nous pouvons appeler sa bonne qualité business avec Wilson? Entertainment. Surely, il y a beaucoup de monde qui doubt the role of entertainment dans l'économie du pays. As a businessman?
You have to get the right formula.
OK.
Il passe it facile. You have to make sure, you have to listen also pour que les gens puissent écouter dehors.
Oui.
So, vous amenez un artiste that will crack. Vous pouvez amener à cause ça, il est Ellis artist, and he's
Oui.
a 3-time Grammy winner. So, it speaks for itself.
Wilson, il a dit, peut-être nous parler là, qui dit.
Pour faire show.
Eh, pas moi qui dit, pas de là, qui dit.
Logistiquement, il y a un petit peu difficile. Après aussi,
Oui.
on connaît pour des places d'autres ici.
Bon, il y a des élèves, combien là, les autres cas?
Non, oui, parce qu'on
qu'on
a 11 Jimon. Après, on a
Mais si ben,
pas
là,
les
on parle.
6 Jimon, on peut
Oui.
causer les facilités.
Technicalité aussi.
Yeah, oui.
Yeah.
Comme si pour boost tout ça, ben speakers, l'autre sortie ici.
Puis moi,
par
ben,
là-bas,
dis-moi
par
parler
l'autre
des
côté.
sons.
Exactement.
Des
Plus
sons.
facile, d'autres cas faire des sacrifices pour un jour, on en met d'autres aller, then it's easier.
Listen, ben dis-moi parler la digue. Nous nous montons, nous venons pas ce week-end. Ben descendez, nous venons pas ce week-end, mais nous dans l'hôtel, dans la guest house, tout ça que je peux voir dans nos silos, mais so venez passer l'état avec nous, nous manquons autres. Pas qu'à tout le temps nous qui montent là parler la digue. Descendez, nous venons côté nous. Ça dit Gramps Morgan, il a le studio et puis dit tout ça que n'a pas dit ou Wilson infini dit ticket y en a tout. Wilson online, nous capacité ticket online,
Oui, il y a un QR code, le poster,
Okay.
ou scanner ou
Yeah.
dire le site, then you can purchase it.
All right. Gramps, expectations for the Seychelles people for the show tomorrow night.
The Gramps Morgan experience is here. That's what I call it.
I like how you made mention in the interview with our journalists. You're like, you're going to hype up the guys to make love to their ladies.
That's correct.
You're going to give them all the spices.
Yes.
How important is that for you in your music? Because you talk a lot about love.
Yeah, for me, it's not about singing love songs to
Yeah.
take somebody's woman or to find a woman. It's about building the soundtrack
Okay.
for a couple, a married couple, a young couple, to say, okay, let's walk down this path of love and experiencing love, not sex.
Yes.
Right? So it's very important to me. That's how I look at a relationship.
Can we even dare say the spiritual aspect of love instead of just the physical aspect of love?
Absolutely.
How
Like,
important is love in your life?
very important, not just on a personal level or on a physical level.
Yeah.
But love, just loving each other, being able to walk. I'll never forget this experience, and I'll share it with you before we go. I was on the bus and going downtown with my mother before she passed away, Miss Pearl, and there was this old lady. She was a homeless person, and she didn't have any teeth. So my mother always wanted to be home in the islands, but we were in the middle of winter, and she was having sugar cane, right? Because she's an island woman from Jamaica. So she's eating the sugar cane, and
Wait, she travels with the sugar cane in her...
we went to the supermarket.
Oh,
So she
okay.
bought a piece of sugar cane.
Okay.
And we was walking out the supermarket, and the lady said, "Can I have some of that?" And she didn't know what it was. She just, she was a white woman, so she's like looking, and my mother said, "You don't have no teeth." And my mother chewed up the sugar cane and put it in this homeless person's mouth. And I said, "My God, what a woman to serve her people, to serve people, to be kind, to show gratitude and care. And that moment stuck with me for the rest of my life and made me understand that through music, I'm there to serve people.
I was about to ask you, being a musician, what is your responsibility to the people that follow your music, follow your life in general?
To spread a moral message of peace and love and unity.
Looking
That's
at the world, do you
one.
think we're doing enough of that?
No, and I think sometimes I think people out there in the world that it's their job to push out negativity and positive because they both
the yin and the yang.
The yin and the yang, right? But I think that we can do more as a society, as a human race, to really bring more positivity because there's so much negative and it's easy. Like we were born in sin and shaping into iniquity, right? But I think there's not enough positivity being pushed. It's being done, but it's not being pushed in media and being talked about on social media pages. People are so easily ready to criticize somebody because Twitter and social media gives everyone a voice now, right? So everybody can be like, oh, I don't like your shirt. Look at her. She's talking to Gramps Morgan on TV now. She thinks she's perfect or she thinks she's something. There's somebody criticizing me and you right now that has something to say. But we, as a people that understand the power of music, that it's to make them feel great, have a good time, enjoy their family, that is my work. And make them party because music is not just there for political or religious message. It's to have a good time. And that's what it is about.
We can't end this conversation. Wilson, on peut donner 10 secondes avant le retourne le code Gramps. Qui nous perspective pour samedi en termes de monde qui peut entrer, qui est là pour faire, etc. Chaud, commencer vite.
Non, il y a une correction, il a dit à cause qui arrive, nos tickets, ils mettent les 16.
OK.
So moi, quand nous tickets in print avant de décider sens date. Non sens date à cause, il simple. Le temps nous plan ça show. Nous partons réaliser pour dire pour tomber exactement quand carême commencer.
OK.
Et par exemple, va dire qu'il y a un spiritual day, nous dit nous pas capable faire ça arriver. Par exemple, nous dit OK, nous va pousser les samedi. Tu comprends?
Ça veut dire juste pour noter samedi, pas
so,
vendredi.
Samedi, ça veut dire demain. Pas tantôt et demain. OK. Par exemple, il y a un ticket VIP tout dans pour parking séparé qui coûte paradis des affaires société, d'autres masse petit bout, d'autres venir, après d'autres entrer de barreau midi devant.
OK.
Après ben les autres gens qui ont normal ticket, tu passes l'autre côté, entrer dans barreau l'autre côté. OK.
Gramps, I can't end the interview without asking you your dreadlocks as a black man. Where do you fit in this world? How important for you is Rastafarianism in your life, or what does your dreadlocks represent for you?
It represents my culture. It represents how I've chose to separate myself from doing certain things. So I don't go into strip clubs. I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke marijuana. So it is a reminder of how I'm supposed to live my life, to wear Christ as my breastplate. I wear it to remind me to walk in that light or to be Christ-like. So it is a reminder. It is, but today there's many people with dreadlocks and don't even understand the depths of it. That it started a little bit in India and started in Ethiopia and started and understand the power of the Nyabingi Ada. I mean, it's a depth to it, but I understand also that I'm a musician. So I'm in the music business. So I don't really push my religion. I more push my spirituality. Right, and know that we are here to serve people. And so I have my Christian brother, my Buddhist brother, my Muslim brother, and we understand that there's one God. So that unity of strength and oneness I push through my music more so than a religious or a cultural difference, because we all enjoy life differently.
A child of the world.
Yes, man.
On this note, what are we expecting for tomorrow? Quickly.
Just good vibes, man. I'm excited. I'm really excited, and I want to be rested, and I want my voice to be ready because they're going to get an experience like never before. So that's what I'm excited for.
We're going to take your word for it. We'll see you tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Rest. and all the
so
best
much. Thank
for,
you. It was a
for
pleasure.
tomorrow. It was an absolute pleasure
I
meeting
love
you.
your energy.
Thank you
Love
for
your
coming.
energy, yes.
Thank you. Woke you up a little bit early.
Yes.
Not jet lag.
And I want to tell all my people, make
Yes.
sure they follow me, because there's some people on Facebook that follow me, but
Yeah.
I want to see more fans from Seychelles.
Yeah.
There's
Are you on
100,000 people
Instagram
there.
as well?
I'm on Instagram. Just follow the blue check. I'm working on TikTok, so bear with me. But Instagram, Twitter, all of my friends, please follow me on social media, because I like to talk to my fans.
And let's not forget the boys as well.
And I forget the boys. You have Jamiri, which is I am Jamiri.
Yes.
And then I am Jamere.
Yes.
He's on all. Just follow the blue check, and you can follow Priel. We're working on his blue check. Priel is still young, so just put in Priel. I think it's I am Priel. Priel. That's correct, Priel. Yeah.
That's
so
good.
follow him, and we're very interactive, and we understand the power of social media.
Gramps Morgan, an absolute pleasure meeting you
It
this
is a
morning.
pleasure to,
Thank you
to
for
talk
coming.
with you. Thank you.
All the best for tomorrow. Wilson, merci pour tout ça que vous faites pour nous. Bon, et croyant dans les mondes entertainment, Simon, tout artiste, look up to you right now. Et remercier vous pour ça l'opportunité pour même présenter avant show commencer. Of course, on a au line-up. Merci pour que c'est l'entertain. Bonne son pareil, il fait grande différence dans la vie. Donne-nous quelque chose pour faire. Hein? Merci pour ça.
Merci.
Et mesdames et messieurs, aujourd'hui bon matin, Gramps Morgan live avec son des garçons, l'histoire qu'il fait à l'OSBC, ici dans Topik Konversasyon. L'opposition Cécile, c'est plaisir pour avec vous aujourd'hui bon matin. Nous pour quitter avec 101 derniers morceaux, mais aussi avec nos quote of the day. Cécile, passez un bon week-end, passez bon la journée. On this note, protégez-vous, servez vos raincoats, servez vos capotes, servez vos parasols, servez vos masques et hand sanitizer. Keep safe, guys. Entre-temps, rendez-vous encore lundi. Passez un bon week-end.
Have I told you? Have I shown you what I'm feeling when I hold you? It feels like heaven, heaven surrounds me. Every time you wrap your arms around me, and there's nothing I can say or ever do to deserve the love of a woman like you. When you're with me, when you kiss me, when you tell me how much you miss me, every moment we're together brings us closer, closer to forever. And there's nothing I can say or ever do to deserve the love of a woman like you. Hey, yeah. Woman like you. Where would I go? What would I do? Who would I be without a woman like you? Oh, a woman like you. Have I told you? Have I shown you?